So this is going to be a little bit of a different video. I thought I could talk about a subject that interests me. In this case, I want to talk about why create art. But before I go into that, let me introduce myself. My name is Jenna Lowe. I'm a watercolor landscape artist and arts educator. I make videos about my paintings, the process, and anything that is related to art. So, being an arts educator, I get asked this question a lot, or I see students kind of struggle with this question a lot. And of course, I also think about it a fair amount too. Why create art? What is the function of it? In order to answer this question, I had to do a little bit of research. The two books that kind of helped me come to a conclusion or answer this question of why create art are funnily both called Art as Therapy. The first book, Art as Therapy, The Symbolism of Style by Rita Simons. She uses art as therapy to help her patients sort of dig deep or access some of those untapped traumas that perhaps language is not able to express. The next book, Art as Therapy by Alain de Botton and John Armstrong, also talks about art and what is the function, how should we experience art, how should we express art. These two books, while they have the same title, are written by two quite different authors. The first author is a very well-renowned artist, and she came across art as therapy to help her patients quite unexpectedly. It's not something that she studied. It's something that she understood as she developed her methods and as she saw her patients. The other book is written by two philosophers who are kind of questioning, what is the modern function of art nowadays? And, as art is always changing, how should we really experience it and how should we appreciate it? If you are an artist, these are questions you should be asking yourself. And whenever I ask any other artist I meet this question, the answer is always very different. The reason for creation is different for everyone. But for me personally, and the reason why I really encourage people around me to, even if they do not wish to be an artist as a career, is to every once in a while pick up a pencil and a piece of paper and just create something. Just make some marks on a piece of paper. Because, before there was writing, there was art. Art was really the first forms of communication. We did not develop language, but we could still use our eyes to see, and we could still copy what we see by making art. Another thing that really stood out to me is the first chapter of Art as Therapy. They say art is a way to remember. Art is a record keeper. Before there were photographs, there was art, and we could not understand what life was like back then if we didn't have these wonderful paintings. Those paintings really help us and give us the wonderful experience of imagining what life was like. I would even go as far as to say that fossils, while not actual drawings, are visual representations of history. Nature's way of creating art. Is art not simply a visual representation of what is going on in your world? What is important to you? What is the thing that you want people to remember when you are no longer around? It's really hard to imagine who the masters are going to be 100 years from now. But I'm going to assume that they are the artists that really pushed the boundaries and really represented the world of now in a way that is understandable and helps people in the future to go back in time and immerse themselves into this little snapshot of what the world was like. Hope you enjoyed that little soundbite. If you want to see more videos, please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time.